It is written.
Hi guys, so I'm taking this NYX eyeshadow base, and this is a skin toned eyeshadow base. There's only one like it. So I'm just going to put this all over my lid, and then I'm going to take it up to my brow. I'm using a concealer brush. This really helps with precise application. And this base is really good for cleaning up under those brows. So now I'm just going to pat that in with my finger. I'm not going to blend it because that's going to blend it away. Now I'm going in with this NYX Jumbo eyeshadow pencil in Slate, and I'm just going to dab that all over my eyelid. I'm going to be really precise with this, and I don't want to get that into my crease. So now I'm just going to blend it in with my finger. And now I'm taking MAC Club. This is a gorgeous iridescent grayish shade. It can come off a little bit red and a little bit green and a little bit blue. It's iridescent. It has that look to it. I also have dupes for the eyeshadows used in this tutorial, so be sure to check out my blog. So I'm just patting this on with a Sigma flat shader brush, and I'm really packing it on because I really want this color to look vibrant. And when you layer it with a gray, it gives it more of a grayish blue tone. So that's the look that we're going for. Now I'm taking my favorite MAC eyeshadow. This is Uninterupted. This is a Pro Longwear shade. You can still find this at any MAC counter. This is just a larger eyeshadow. So I'm just going to blend that into my crease and blend out the edges of that eyeshadow, and then I'm going to take it up to my brow. So now I'm taking MAC Lucky Green, and I'm just going to put that on the center of my lid. This is going to make the eyeshadow pop. It's going to really blend well with the other colors, but it's still going to make each color stand out a little bit better on its own. So I'm just patting that on the center of my lid, and I'm using a loose shader brush to make it blend a little bit easier. So now I'm taking MAC Contrast, and this is just a really deep shimmery navy, and I'm going to use a pencil brush to provide a little more precise application since this is on the outer corner. So to blend this out, what I'm going to do is take that same shader brush that I used earlier, no extra product. I'm just going to lightly tap over that eyeshadow where it meets the club eyeshadow. And tapping is going to work a lot better than blending. If you blend this type of shimmery eyeshadow, then it's going to all blend together and look like one muddy mess. So I'm just going to dab lightly over it, and it's going to blend out really easily. So now I'm going back with my blending brush to blend out the edges where it meets the crease. And I'm just gonna blend, blend, blend just to make everything look nice and polished. And I'm smiling at my husband because he just popped in the room. Back to work. So now I'm taking MAC Blank Type, and I'm just gonna use that for my brow highlight. This is a completely matte shade. There's plenty of dupes for this around, but I'm just going to use this on a short shader brush, and I'm just going to pack that under my brow, and then I'm going to go back and blend it out. The blending brush that I'm using is by BH Cosmetics. I highly recommend it. It's super inexpensive and it gets the job done. This is a large blending brush and it is still available. So I'm taking the L'Oreal Infallible Gel Liner and I'm going to create a cat eye or just a winged eyeliner, whatever you like to call it. Any eyeliner shape would work well with this look because I didn't go super crazy and blow out the eyeshadow. I do not like this gel liner. I have mentioned before that I don't like it, but I figured I would give it one last shot before I toss it, and I'm afraid I'm gonna have to toss it. This is a very, very tacky gel liner, so I would not recommend this to anyone. So now I'm taking my new favorite lashes. These are the Kiss Look So Natural lashes in the style Shy. And this is my favorite lashes. I have backups on backups of these. You can find them at Walmart. And I'm just going to apply these with some Duo Lash Adhesive. So now I'm taking this Covergirl Queen's All Day Flawless Foundation, and this is the exact same as the Covergirl Outlast Foundation, just slightly different names because it is Covergirl Queens, and Covergirl Queens and Covergirl in general, they have slightly different shades. Covergirl Queens is catered to more warm skin tones. So now I'm taking this Rimmel London Match Perfection concealer and highlighter, and this is in the shade medium. It's really, really yellow, and I absolutely love this. This is the best cream highlighter you can find at the drugstore. This is the darkest shade, unfortunately, and I'm just gonna blend this in with my same kabuki brush, and this is gonna add a little bit of light to my cheeks. This is gonna really kind of help pre-highlight before I add on a powder highlight. So now I'm taking this NYX HD Photogenic Concealer in the shade 6, and I'm just going to put that under my eyes and layer it right on top of that other concealer just to brighten my under eyes. And the brush that I'm using to blend this in is a BH Cosmetics brush. This is the tapered foundation brush. It's really inexpensive and it blends like a dream. This is my favorite brush to use when I don't feel like going under my eyes with my fingers. So now I'm just going to set everything with this Rimmel London Stay Matte Powder. I have hit pan. I've completely beat up this powder. This is probably my 4th Stay Matte powder. I love it. It's cheap and I can find it in any drugstore, and I know that it always looks great. So now I'm taking this NYX Stay Matte But Not Flat Powder Foundation in Caramel, and I'm just going to use this as my contouring powder. So I'm taking this Sigma F05 small contour brush. This is my holy grail contour brush. I always go back to this, and it was so funny because Jaclyn Hill actually shouted out this brush in her favorites this month. And I was like, girl, that's my brush. So I'm happy that everybody else is enjoying this brush just as much as I do. I haven't seen too many people use it, but I love this brush. It is great for big face shapes, smaller face shapes. It just really gets into that contour and really buffs it out nicely. So now I'm going back in with MAC Club on a smudger brush. I'm just going to smudge that right under my lower lashes just to kind of make the whole look a little more cohesive. I'm going to take it all the way into my inner corner. So on the outer corners, I'm just going to take that same pencil brush, no additional product, and smudge whatever is left of that contrast shade just to kind of smoke out the outer corners. So now I'm going to go in the inner corners with rice paper. It's a champagne yellowy shade, and I'm just going to apply that right over the club shade that's on the inner corner, and it's going to give a very subtle inner corner highlight. So now I'm taking MAC Gingerly. This is a Sheertone blush, and I'm just going to apply that to my cheeks. The great thing about this blush is since it's a Sheertone blush, you can build it up to the intensity that you prefer. This is a great blush for makeup looks where you're not quite sure which blush to pair with it, if you want to pair it with a blush at all. So now I'm taking this Jordana Best Lash Extreme Mascara, and I'm just going to put that over my false lashes and natural lashes to blend them together a little bit better. These lashes kind of do the work on their own, but this mascara is great for false lashes in general. It doesn't ruin them, and it's not waterproof, so this will not clump up your lashes or ruin them after the first use. So now I'm taking these NYX matte lipsticks, and I'm just going to use both of them to create an ombre kind of pout. And I'm just going to take the darker one first and outline my lips. When I first bought this lipstick, I'm not going to lie, I tried it on at home and I thought, wow, this is really dark. Maybe this was not the right shade for me. But once I pair this with the other lipstick, it looks great. So after I outline my lips, I'm just going to go back with the lighter shade and put that on the inner parts of my lips. And this is going to make your lips literally look like they're busting out, like they will look full. So I'm just going to put that over, and by rubbing it this way, it makes it blend a little bit more. And you can also blend it in by just puckering and smacking your lips. And it's just going to look really, really natural and flawless and a little effortless compared to using a liner. So I hope you guys enjoyed this look. Don't forget to rate, subscribe, comment below, and check out my links because I now have a Twitter. So I'll have all that information for you guys in the description. Thanks for watching.